Hello and welcome. So I thought to do something a little different of not really talking about a topic or news or review of anything. I just thought I'd just kind of talk about just my figures that I have of Doctor Who. So a little bit kind of my history with collecting them. Obviously the Eccleston Tennant era was very much when I started collecting them. It was literally everything from where is she now? I have the Gran, as I think for some odd reason we all do, collecting them. That's how far it got collecting the figures. Like it was everything. It was everything and anything almost. But then they got to a time where I kind of fell out, really, to be honest. And it's only been the past 3 years where I kind of started getting going again. And it must be, it's weird to think it's really kind of because the whole B&M thing, it really kind of, for some reason, kind of got me back into it a little bit. And for the the main reason was because the 3-inch figures are just horrible. When they got announced, and I was just like, oh, so this is the moment where I stopped collecting a certain type of thing here. So yes, this video is just all about, it's just about a love to collecting such figures and showcasing the figures that I love. And I'm just saying it right now, it is the 5 point something, I forget actually what exact number it's meant to be, but it is the 5-inch range. It's not that 3-inch, which I don't think I actually have, and it's not the Eagle Moss range either. It's just purely just those the 5-inch versions. So let's begin on the first one. Now, for many, the K1 robot is actually quite a hard one to try and kind of get now. This was something I kind of got later, and I'm just so glad that I managed to grab one. I got it off eBay, this one, to be honest. And for some time I did have like bits and bobs, because I did obviously had like a Zygon, I had the Ice Warrior, so I had certain bits, but never like the full thing, and I was always quite gutted, because as I got older I really watched the classic series, and I just loved it, and I think this is such a perfect design of the times, and such a great figure as well. I think because it's bigger, the detail's better, and I just think I'm just really quite it's so disco. I love it, and ever since I got it, it's been one of my favourites. It's proudly in the collection right there, and yeah, it's just a great little design. The next one, Omega. Omega. Yeah, that's how you pronounce it. There seems to be so many different pronunciations with someone. I'm sure it's definitely Omega. But yes, with removable head, like so. Yes, there we are. I was a bit worried there for a second if it wasn't actually removable, and I was about to destroy the thing. But here we go, if I can put it back in. But yes, so this one here, I'll just kind of try and get a little showing. I love this so much. Like, I really wish they would bring him back, to be honest. I think he's a great design. Or it, or thing, or whatever he is now. He's kind of nothing, isn't he? He's kind of... He's whatever he is now, but again, it's another kind of neat design. I love the mask. I think the mask is actually really quite nice. I actually really do quite like it. I think it looks great, and it's something that's just kind of, it sticks out more than the other kind of stuff. So I've really quite grown to really love this figure. One of my favourite Doctors, if you maybe have watched this channel, or have you even talked about it? Actually, I don't really know. I've talked about my favourite Doctors, but one of my favourite is John Pertwee, and I was so happy that I finally got to get the figure of the purple jacket, and it is one of my favourite ones. I do have the blue, to be fair, is also a favourite of mine. I will actually say right now, I do quite actually like the blue figure as well, but it is mostly the purple I kind of favour, mostly because purple is my favourite colour, and I just think it's a really striking kind of design. I really like it, and here's to hopefully they release more John Pertwees and his beautiful jackets that he has, because they've released quite a good few at this point, and I've got a good couple. I've got the burgundy one and the green one, and I think that's it, and obviously these two. And there's a good couple. There's a couple I don't have. I don't have the black look with the red kind of bits, kind of, and the ends of the jackets. I'd quite like to have, but right now I'll settle for these, and I love them. Especially, as I said, this is one of my favourites with the purple jacket. I love it so much. It's great. I would wear that as well. I really would. Next, on to another Doctor. It's the 6th Doctor, and a costume which I think a lot of us kind of feel that they kind of wish it happened in the show. It was his blue costume from, I think it's Real Time. I've actually got a box version. I'm trying to. It's not real. It is Real Time. It is Real Time. That's what it was called. And I'm not gonna lie. I've never actually really, seen the actual thing what it's meant to look like. It's mostly just been from this figure, and it's just amazing. I just love it so much. It's the reason why I like it is because it's kind of like that exclusive kind of feel to it, and I kind of like that. And it was kind of bizarre. I do actually have a box version, and I've got this version, and they're both different designs, which is kind of weird. I don't know what's going on there, but yeah, this is great. I think it's got a great kind of overall design to it, and it's one of those things that I wish we got it in real life, because it's just something about it I just really like. It's got that kind of over the topness, a bit like the rainbow colours, but it feels a little bit more practical, a little bit, not that much. I mean, it's still ridiculous. Let's be real. Than the rainbow one, which I still toy with if I genuinely love that look or not. I really just don't know. But yes, this is a huge favourite of mine, this one. Another Doctor one from Paul McGann. It is the Night of the Doctor look that he has here. This is just the clean version. I know apparently there's a damaged version out there. You go ahead if you want to pay for something that just got a lick of paint on his face. That's up to yourself. But this one I got, and I loved it from day one. I just loved it. I wish this was actually the costume that he actually kind of had. It's got that kind of Victorian theme, but there's also got like an adventure style to it. He's just got like it's like a rogue Victorian. He's out there. He's on his adventures. The boots look great. The waistcoat's great. The colours. The cravat, is that a cravat or is that a scarf? Can't mind now. The shirt, and I've not really talked about this, to be honest, but this one really much. I think the likeness is really good for Paul McGann. And yeah, as I says, it's just another one that I fell in love with when I got it. On to another favourite Doctor of mine, or better, the favourite Doctor for me is Matt Smith. I do love his Doctor, and he's had quite some different types of versions. It's funny when people kind of go on about David Tennant had a lot, but I can tell you for a fact Matt Smith had, and I've got quite a lot. I've got the Fez, the Stetson, the Ganger look. And what else? There was the other Victorian kind of look from the Snowman. But the episode from the Snowman I do like is actually of this look. I love this look so much. I think the hat looks great. The colours are great. Just the overall design of it. I think I've always toyed if it looks like the Matt Smith ones. Yeah. It does look good. Just some of them just look really spot on, and then some you have to kind of look at a little bit. But this figure I really do love, and it's a little bit hard to get now. It wasn't easy getting this one. Most of the figures nowadays I get is from eBay, to be honest. I try and get new ones from eBay, but the figures I kind of missed a bit like this one. I did miss this release, and it was obviously from eBay, and I think I got it on its own. I didn't get it with Clara. I think I got Clara on her own, to be honest. And so yes, I got this one, and it's another one that I really like. It's great. I think the colours are just beautiful on it, and it's funny because I don't particularly like that look in the episode, with the top hat and all that. But it's just a great looking figure. Like when you've got it just on your hand, it really is. And on to a companion here, who's ironically not really a favourite companion of mine, but this is a very recent figure, probably the most recent one of the ones that I've got here, and it is of Romana II, and it's the pink costume, which nowadays you'd probably go, that's a bit ridiculous and a bit much, but there's just something about it. I just love it so much. You can take the scarf off. Here we go. If I break it. There we are. And it does look good. Now, if you obviously know, well, this was actually a Sarah Jane figure, which I do it is over there. I was going to try and take it, but I know things are going to fall over, so this will just have to do. And it's just a great looking. I love the pink. I think the pink looks great. It's a great likeness as well of Romana II, of Lalla Ward, and it's another one that I just kind of fell for. Actually, I ended up ordering a box version of the three companions, because I really want it. I think this is a really special moment, finally seeing this Romana and also the other man, and berates, you know, Sarah Jane, which, crazy to think that we've had about 3 different, oh, what's her name now? That's terrible. Let's come out. Well, we've had many different companions almost. We've had like 0 of Sarah Jane, like the biggest classic companion, and we had like 0 of it. It's so bizarre to me. The next one, I've got a big love for the Cybermen. I do like the Cybermen. And my favourite look of the Cybermen was the 80s, and specifically from Airshock. I really love. This is a very hard one to get now. I was very late getting this. So I have got it now. I have got a box version, which I was lucky to also try and track down. But yeah, but this is it's my favourite design. It's pure and simple. It's my favourite Cyberman. I've loved it since I kind of realised that I don't like the new Cyberman whatsoever. Almost really. There's just, I don't mind the Moffat Cyberman. They're probably the closest Cyberman I've kind of liked. And the Chibnall's helmet Cyberman I actually really quite liked, but I never liked the, like, what's the spikes all about? Like, what's this, a rock concert? Jesus, it's this is just, I love the helmet. I think the helmet is the best looking helmet you'll find from a Cyberman as well. I think overall the costumes look good, where they don't look too clunky and they don't look too ridiculous. By, you know, you get to like Silver Nemesis, and they're a bit too shiny, I think, in that one. But here I think they're spot on. They look solid. They look like good soldiers, which I think, you know, they should kind of look like relatively. And the gun as well, I really like the gun as well, and as it says, like the rest of them, I love it. Now on to the Daleks. This is like the last kind of like thing I want to talk to about. There's 3 Pacific Daleks I love. Talking about them first is the Supreme Daleks. Now, the first Supreme Dalek that I have here is from, oh, this is going to be terrible. It's not Planet of the Daleks. It's not, I'm going to get butchered for this. And I've watched it quite recently. It might be Planet of the Daleks. It was after Colony in Space, I'm sure it was. But it's this Dalek right here, this Supreme Dalek, that I've kind of really just gone to just love this look of Dalek. I really have. Look at that. There it is. There it is. Yes, this is a Dalek that I love so much. It is quite simplistic, but at the same time, I love the lights. I think the lights look great. And it's a bit kind of silly looking-ish, but it's not too silly looking. I think when it comes to Daleks, I think it's just a case of if you like the design and like them or not. I do have quite a few Daleks. I do like the Imperial Dalek. I do quite like that kind of look. But then, ironically, I say that, yeah, my favourite Dalek is the original one right here. That's actually, which, why is it not in this collection, is quite bizarre, because that is my favourite Dalek, and there it is. My favourite one. What I've not put in this list, but it's my favourite Dalek. There you are. So that one, and then the other Supreme Dalek I do like is from the Russell T Davies era. The only kind of Dalek I kind of like in the Russell T Davies era Daleks, I'm not the biggest fan, and this still has the issue, but I don't mind it because it's a Supreme Dalek. My main issue with the Daleks of the Russell T Davies era is the base is way too, it feels way too just big and wide for the kind of the actual body. I'll try and show. There is one right there. So you've got like this one. I don't know if I can really pick up there, if that's really showcasing. Oh my god, there we are. I just find the body too thin for like how wide the base is. I just think it's never looked nice, but I don't mind it with the Supreme Dalek, because generally that form of Dalek does kind of have that said style, and I think it kind of works. I like the 3 lights as well. I think they look great. The red paint job I love with the gold. I think that looks great also. And yeah, I've just really kind of I've really just kind of gone to just really love this Dalek. It's my favourite one of the Russell T Davies era. I don't mind Dalek Sec as well. I do like that kind of black look, to be honest. But the gold ones, I think they're fine. I'm getting a bit bored of them now, just seeing them on screen, if I'm honest. But yeah, that's definitely my favourite one. And I do have a bit of a love for the Moffat, a wee soft spot for the Moffat Daleks. I do actually quite like. I like a colour scheme. I like a colour scheme for my Daleks. But yes, the Supreme Dalek is definitely my favourite mine. And then the last, a very quite recent one, and I've already forgotten what name they're in. They're only in it for like 3 seconds, but it was these Daleks that I also look at that. I do love it. It's ridiculous. It's 60s. I love the light blue. Then you've got the kind of dark blue with the balls, and there's gold, and then there's more blue, then there's red up top, and yeah, this is one I very much love. I wish I got a box version because now they're kind of expensive on eBay, which is a bit annoying. So I've only got the two because it was a 2-pack, obviously, if you know. So hopefully this was an online exclusive from Character Option. So hopefully they might do this in the future because that would be great. Please, if you're listening, Character Option, you're not listening. You've got better things to do in your time than listen to me. But like more exclusives online would be really quite good because this sold out pretty quick as well. Surely they looked at that and went, oh, this is a good idea. So yes, this is a huge favorite of mine. I love it so much. So yes, that's my kind of overall kind of the figures that I kind of love in my Doctor Who action figure collection. So I would like to know what you guys think. Did you like some of these picks that I chose? What's your choices of Doctor Who figures that you kind of love? I'd like to know. Comment down below. Subscribe, that's what I meant to say. I'm terrible at doing these things, but yes, that would be very kind. More videos in the future, so until then, see you later.